Starting at center, number 21, Howard Plaza. At the right wing, number 11, Mark Peters. And at left wing, number 17, Ann Jacobs. And the rest of the Wildcats, coached by head coach Carl Erickson and assisted by Rob Taylor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like you to rise and join in the singing of our national anthem.
We're about to start the game here against Hudson. Houghton's going to take the face-off. He's with Peters and Jacobs. Anderson and Broughton out the defense. Puck is dropped. Hudson knocks it into the River Falls goal. We got Tom Weissing goal tonight. Down into the near corner. Anderson there after. Puck is loose and going up behind the net is Houghton over the other side to Jacobs. Jacobs doesn't get it out. Knocks it to the Hudson point man. And then a shot and a save by Weiss. That next shot was wide of the net. Now over to the far corner. Puck loose there. Now it'll be tied up. No, puck is loose. Jacobs gets it out of there. Now back to Anderson. Anderson will bring it over behind the net. Anderson gets knocked off the puck. Puck is loose behind the net. Now over to the post board. Near boards. Peters tries to get it out there. Peters is down. The point man for Hudson shoots it, and it will clear. And we've got Pratt now with it at mid-ice, and now into the Hudson zone. He's knocked off the puck. Puck is kept in by Anderson along the far boards. Hudson controls there. Shoots it around behind the net and over to the near boards. Buys out now. Puck is loose. Links after it along the far boards and misses the puck there. Picked up by back over the point to Hoagiem. Hoagiem shoots. Stopped in front. Puck is loose along the near boards. Link over there to pick it up. Now into the corner. Now to the front. Stopped in front and a save by the Hudson goalie. By will take the face off to the left of the Hudson goalie. Link and Bierstead out there. We've got Seacrest and Hoagiem at the defense. Waiting for the puck to be dropped. Now it's dropped. By tries to get it toward the net and knocked off the puck. The puck is loose. By picks it up. Has an open shot and shoots. Saved by the goalie. It's knocked over the far boards. Hoagiem there to chase it. Knocks it toward the net and just misses. Over along the near boards. Puck loose there. Hudson picks it up. Tries to clear it out. Doesn't get it out. Shot by Bierstead wide of the net. Behind the net now. Hudson picks it up along the far boards. The far corner. Hudson still controls. Trying to get the puck out of zone and can't. By goes back and picks it up. Puck is loose in front and another save by the goalie. Link chases along the far board, along the near far corner. He's knocked off the puck. Hudson back to the point. Hoagiem fires from there and a shot wide of the net. Puck's along the near boards and they're trying to get out. By gets a shot. It's wide of the net. Along the far boards, loose there. Hudson picks up. We got a line change. River Falls coming up. Brings out Hilmanowski. Oh, it's into the River Falls zone, into the near corner. Hilmanowski's out with Schrank and Smith. Cottonall again on defense out there with Seacrest yet. Puck's behind the River Falls net. Now along the far boards. Knocked off the puck there. It is picked up by Hansen at mid-ice. He doesn't get it out of there. Puck's loose at mid-ice. Hansen knocks it into Smith knocks it into the River Falls zone behind the net. Omanowski tries to get it in front, does, but nobody can grab the handle. It's loose along the board. Now back to mid-ice. Anderson gives chase as it goes down in the River Falls zone. No icing called. Anderson picks it up. Starts up. Ice with it. Now a shot on goal from the red line. Hudson goalie has to stop it there. Picked up behind it by Hudson. And Hudson controls it, brings it across the blue line and the red line. Over to an open wing over there, but he can't control it. Gets it back, takes a shot wide of the net. Puck loose along the near boards. Hudson point man shoots it back along the boards. Tries to get it back to the other far point man. He does, and backhand it toward the net. Stopped in front. Puck loose, lying there. Just laying there. Now shot and tipped away from the front of the net. Into the near corner. Struggle for it there. Puck is loose. Broughton now trying to get the handle. He does. Has it behind the net. Sends it over to Anderson. To Smith, but the point man picks it up and shoots it back toward the net. Wide, goes into the corner and along the near boards. Puck still there, can't get it out of zone. Now still sitting on the blue line. Hudson can't get it. Hudson can't control it. Now it's finally knocked out and picked up by Smith, and he knocks it into the Hudson zone behind the net. The goalie stops it there. Line change coming up. Here comes Jacobs. 15. Furley's on defense. Seacrest is on defense. Peters is out. Another save by the Hudson goalie and shot by Cotton. Back to the point. Another shot by Furley. Oh, and a save, and then tipped and wide of the net again. Jacobs can't get it to the front. Tried to. Now he loses it again. puck loose. Hudson has it over in the far corner. Jacobs giving chase there, attempting to tie the man up and tie the puck. Hudson man down the puck, brings a whistle. 11:03 left in the first period. It's really one side shooting or the other side shooting.
Kind of interesting, Kenny. Either the Hudson holds it down in their end for a long time, or vice versa.
Yep.
And back and forth. It's one or the other.
That's right. All right, face off to the Hudson goalie's right. By to take the face off out with Link and Bierstead. We've got Furley and Seekers to defense. By squares off the face. The puck's dropped over the corner. Furley picks up along the boards, heads down toward the corner with it. Gets it, hits the side of the net. Hudson picks it up, comes up along the near boards with the puck. Man crosses the blue ice. He's at the red line. Intercepted, though, in the rear foul zone by Bierstead. Bierstead has it along the near boards, trying to get it cleared out there. Link has it at mid-ice. Link's getting down with the puck. Passes, tries to get it to By. It's tipped off of his stick. Puck's back at mid-ice, picked up by Seacrest. Getting everybody on side, shoots it, and that'll bring an offside call. And that'll bring a line change out. Out comes Anderson and Prochnow on the defense. Romanowski will take the face-off just outside the Hudson blue line. Out there with Schrank and Smith. Romanowski ready for the face-off, shoots it into the Hudson zone, right down toward the net, but wide. Goalie attempts to stop it, and Hudson picks it up behind the net. Smith giving chase there, picks it up, gets it in front, nobody there. Shot by Anderson from the point where the puck went to. The puck is still loose, nobody can pull the trigger. Goalie's laying down, the net was open, and nobody had a handle. Hudson picks it up, gets it to Anderson on a good play, kept it in, but now it's tipped back out. Prochnow picks it up and skates on in. And an open shot, Gill can't drag it across. Goalie stops it, tried to shoot it across to Bierstead. Bierstead missed an open net. Shot wide. Now along the near corner, tried to be tied up there by Hilmanowski. And two Hudson players. Schrank gets into the act. Puck is still loose, no whistle. Now it's toward the net, and Hudson picks it up, and they'll ice the puck, bring a whistle. Face-off will go back down the Hudson zone, left of the Hudson goalie. Line change again. Potton out to take it.
Good pressure by River Falls.
A lot of chances to score. Bierstead missed the open net.
Is that Bierstead?
Yep. All right, Potton to take the face-off. Peters, Jacobs. We've got Holgeem and Seacrest on the point. Waiting for Hudson to get settled. Now the puck is dropped. It's loose there. Peters doesn't get to it quick enough. Hudson picks it up. Still in the zone, though. Peters keeps control, and he loses it. It's at mid-ice. Seacrest tips it back over to Howard. Howard has to take it in the rear foul zone, loses control there, and takes it in behind the net. Now he'll start up ice. He's knocked off the puck, and the guy can't shoot. Hudson controls and shoots. Stopped by Weiss. Behind the net, Holgeem. Now to the near corner, and the Hudson player there has got it. Trying to get tied up by Potton. And that's out. Hudson player can't pull the trigger, but they're right in front. Weiss makes another save, and the puck is loose along the far corner. Puck is off of Jacob's stick, and it's loose, laying there. Now it's picked up by Seacrest, and Seacrest heads down mid-ice with it. Flips it over to Jacobs. Jacobs has it in the Hudson zone along the far board. Jacobs hits his own player with it. Seacrest has it, takes a shot, saved by the goalie. Tipped to the near corner. Peters gives chase there, picks it up. It's behind the net and loose. Peters trying to catch up with it, can't. It's tied over with Jacobs and a couple Hudson players. Tied up the puck. It comes loose. By's out. By picks up the puck along the far corner. Comes in heading behind the net with the puck. Can't get it to the front. Still loose behind the Jacobs now behind to pick it up toward the front. Nobody there. By takes a swipe at it with the backhand and misses. Puck loose. Now it's cleared into the minute. Now it's on the rear fall zone. Went to mid-ice down the rear fall zone. Icing, I'm sure, will be called off. Seacrest gives chase there. Link is out now. The puck's over to Link, and he has it at mid-ice. Right down the middle into the far corner. He's still got the puck. He's knocked off, but it gets it into the zone. Now it's back out to the zone through the mid-ice and down the rear fall zone at the far corner. Anderson gives chase there. Biersted's now out. Jacobs is off. Puck loose. Prochnow can't get it to Link. Hudson players in the way, and then By takes a swipe and loose. By has the puck along the near boards. Tries to get it over to Bierstead and does. Bierstead at mid-ice with the puck is being chased, and now back in the rear fall zone. Bierstead still being chased. Still controls the puck. Nice skating by Bierstead. Now at mid-ice again he goes. And he's down the near boards, and he's there. And he keeps it in along the far boards. Puck is loose down the far corner. Hudson player goes after it there. Tries to clear it, doesn't. Bierstead tries to get it. The puck loose at the circle. Now Hudson picks it up. 3-on-2 coming down. Hudson a little slow getting there. Tipped off with a stick right in the rear fall zone and cleared back out by Link. Misses it at mid-ice. It was cleared back out in the Proc now. Back over in Hudson zone. Hudson controls. Line change up. Anderson has it at mid-ice. Over to Link. Link, he has it off of his skates and it's into the rear fall zone. Or the Hudson zone. The Link's knocked off and it's loose in the far corner. Smith and Link trying to fight for it and tie it up. It's loose yet though. Nope. Hilmanowski's got it behind the net. Not knocked off yet. Still skating around. Now it's loose again. To the front. Nobody there but Hudson. Oh, intercepted by Schrank, but he can't control. Along the boards. To the point. Foley trying to stop it. It's loose. Now it's mid-ice with the Hudson player. Prochnow will have him shut down, I think. Goes around Prochnow, but Prochnow keeps him away from getting toward the net. Nice play by Prochnow. Puck loose in the far corner. Prochnow and a Hudson player there trying to get Smith to pick up the puck. He's knocked off the puck, but it's tipped up to Hilmanowski. Hilmanowski, now Schrank has the puck. Into the Hudson zone, takes a shot, stopped by Hudson goalie, bounced, and then he covers it. Nice effort by Smith getting that puck up to Schrank. Hudson player will be called for a penalty here, so River Falls goes on a power play with 6:32 left, first period.
We've been a little bit sluggish here the last couple minutes, but now River Falls on the power play ought to have the opportunity to go in and see if they can set up and score.
We'll see what will happen. The face-off interference is the call, so the face-off be to the Hudson goalie's left. Potton to take it out there with Peters and Hilmanowski. And they'll put Jacobs on the point along with Prochnow. Hudson still shifting men around. Referees giving direction. Still waiting now for the puck to be dropped. They step in, puck's dropped. Loose right there. Potton's tipped off his skates. The puck is loose behind the net. Hudson gives chase there. Picked up by Peters behind the net. Comes up this side. Still controls. Nice skating with Peters. Right to Howard in front. Howard has his stick partially blocked. Goalie covers the shot. Hudson player a little irritated there. So the face-off will go to the Hudson player's right. Hudson goalie's right now. Same players out for River Falls. Potton will take the face-off. Shifting Peters over to this side by the net. He'll step up behind Hilmanowski. Still have Jacobs and Prochnow with the points. Shot right toward the net and a save. Nice face-off by Potton. 1:46 left in the penalty. River Falls still on the power play. Another face-off coming up. Another right toward the net and saved again. Nice two shifts there by Potton. That looked good. Both of them right on net.
Eventually one of those is going to go.
Yeah. We're going to try it again to the Hudson goalie's right. Coach Taylor called Prochnow over the bench for just a second. Now they're coming back, regrouping again. Talk to the point men. And we're ready again. Doesn't give them that time. They broke toward the net and the puck will be loose. But Prochnow will give chase. Hudson has it along the far boards, but they won't get it. Try to take a shot, saved by Weiss. Not much of a threat there and picked up by Prochnow. He bounces it off the boards up to mid-ice to Jacob, up to Hilmanowski, to Potton. Howard takes it on in along the boards. He's tipped off of it. Puck is loose in the corner. Hilmanowski there giving chase, and they're both down. Now the puck is picked. Now Howard's not gone. Puck is loose. Hilmanowski in front. Nobody was there. Hudson will get it cleared out of the zone down the River Falls end. 1:11 left in the power play. Picked up here by Jacobs. Jacobs tips it back over to Peters, still in the River Falls zone. Peters has it and gets it back over to Howard at mid-ice. Potton has it. Tipped by him and Peters running each other at the line, but it's kept in. Now it's out of the zone. Now it's picked up again by Jacobs. Jacobs sends it back to Hilmanowski. Hilmanowski in the River Falls zone. And the weak little thing passes it over to Prochnow. The Prochnow was already covering. Wasn't there. It's in the River Falls zone. Hudson controls it. Coming up front yet. Hudson still has it. Tips to the point man. He shoots right away. Shoots wide on that puck loose in the near corner. Tipped by River Falls trying to get it out of the zone, but it's going to be kept in by the far point man Hudson. He shoots down in behind the net. Puck loose there. Picked up by Prochnow. He'll start up ice with it. He crosses River Falls blue line. Now he's at the red line. Right into the Hudson zone. We've got a line change coming up here for River Falls. Prochnow still with the puck and playing around. Gets it in front. Nobody there. Link has it at the blue line. Takes a shot. Wide. Tipped by the goalie and then tipped to the near corner. Chased there by Puck still loose. Hoagie trying to keep it in and can't, and picked up at mid-ice by Hudson. We got Prochnow back. Tipped off the Prochnow skates before it gets toward the goalie, so it's down. The penalty's over, back to full strength. Hudson has it and keeps it in. Knocked out of the air by Bierstedt with a high stick, but they didn't call it. It's still in the rear fall zone. Picked up behind the net by Prochnow. Tips it over to Bierstedt along the near corner, far corner. Bierstedt has the puck and was going to try and get it out of there. He's tipped off the puck and Hudson keeps it in. Gets tied up in Prochnow skates and the Hudson player picks it up. Hudson gets it back and into the corner. And this now loose along the near boards here. Hoagie giving chase. Link can't control, but he tips it to mid-ice. Hudson player picks it up, scoots it across the other side, and the Hudson player has it again. He's knocked off it and picked up at mid-ice by Bierstedt. Bierstedt's getting around, and he'll just shoot it back down. Got line change coming up again. Back over to... Oh, and a nice pass from by to Schrank. Schrank can't get the shot off, though. He stopped. It's in the near corner of the Hudson zone. Hudson has it there. Schrank now giving chase to the guy up along the boards. Hudson has it. Shoots it cross ice, tipped off by Seacrest. Puck is loose there, and Hudson controls it and gets it back in the rear fall zone. Behind the net. Hudson giving chase there. Hudson player gets to it first, tries to get in front, and it's tipped off. By's knocked down from behind. Referees don't call that. Or that wasn't By, it was Schrank knocked down from behind. Puck loose along the near boards. Tried to get the point man. He fires right away wide of the net. Giving chase over there by Seacrest. Puck bouncing around, picked up here by Weiss. Weiss tipped off at mid-ice. Rear fall player picks it up again, though. Now we've got Seacrest with the puck, and he's stopped. He tries to get it across. Hudson player gets it back to mid-ice, picked up mid-ice by Anderson. Anderson will throw it down into the Hudson zone. Puck in the corner. Rear Falls is changing lines. And Hudson starts up ice with out of their own zone. They get it to mid-ice, and then it's tipped by Patton. But the Hudson player picks it up and tips it into the Rear Falls zone. Puck down. Hudson changing lines. It's picked up behind the net by Prochnow, and he'll head up ice with it. Flips it over to Peters. Peters can't control it. The puck is loose at mid-ice. Now Peters again trying to get out of skates, and he's knocked off the puck. Now puck loose at mid-ice. Heads down to the Rear Falls zone. Anderson picks it up there along the boards. Anderson holding, and his team. He's tipped off the puck. Shot right off the puck, in fact. Behind the net now. Over the far corner. Prochnow gives chase there, and he's knocked off. That'll be a check-in from behind, I believe. Prochnow is getting a little slow getting up, but he's okay.
River Falls is not playing with much intensity out there.
Not at all.
That last power play, I don't think they got set up one time, although I understand they have a new power play, but whatever it is, it didn't seem to be working. Let's see if they can do better now.
Where the face-off will be just outside the River Falls blue line. By to take it. They go on a power play again with 2:13 left in the first period. Lincoln Bierstedt out there with By. Hoagie and Seacrest at the defense. River Falls on the power play again. And it's tipped back in the River Falls zone. Hoagie gives chase there. Picks it up behind the net. Stands there with it. Now he tips it over here to Bierstedt. Bierstedt has it and starts up ice. Bierstedt's getting hassled. Still on. Nice skating by Bierstedt. He gets it to By. By tips it over along the boards. And it's loose along the near boards, now behind the net. Bierstedt's still fighting for the puck. Still has the puck. Now tipped off, tied up, going after it again. Link will pick it up. Bierstedt kept the man to Link back to Seacrest. Seacrest over to Hoagie. Hoagie shoots wide of the net. Puck loose. Link's tied up, can't get a handle on it. Seacrest gets the Kareem off the boards, and he gets tipped off. Hudson player will now knock it down. He'll be stopped by Weiss, right in front, picked up by Hoagie behind the Rear Falls net. They head up ice again, or try to. Hoagie standing there, and he tips it all the way to the other side to Bierstedt. Bierstedt has the puck now. He tips it to mid-ice, where a Hudson player will get to it first. Holding it. Link tries to knock him off, and does. Knocks it into the Hudson zone, but he can't get to it. He's tied up by Hudson player. Into the corner, Link's still after it. He's down. The puck is loose. By comes over to pick up the puck. Now, back to Seacrest. Seacrest over to Jacobs. Jacobs back over to Seacrest. Seacrest shoots. And a no! Nice pass in there. So with 57 seconds left and 44 seconds left in the penalty, River Falls goes up by 1. Seacrest got the goal. Seacrest gets the goal. Jacobs gets the assist. All right, face off mid-ice. Patton to take it there. Peters Jacobs with him. Anderson and Pratt now at the defense. Tip back in the rear fall zone. Anderson gives chase there. It's along the far boards. Anderson with the puck. Tips it to the near corner. Puck loose there. Still loose behind the net. 3 rear falls players, and Patton finally picks it up. Tips it up to Jacobs, just a little bit too far, but Jacobs gets to it. He has it at mid-ice. Tips it to Peters, and Peters tips it into the Hudson zone. Hudson goalie stops it, and they'll cover the puck. 35 seconds left in the first period. Face off to the Hudson goalie's right. Line change coming up. Smith, Shrink, Hilmanowski will take the face off. Got Furley and Seacrest at the defense. Waiting for the Hudson center to get in place. Hilmanowski's ready. Puck is dropped, tipped right toward net, and just wide by Hilmanowski. Nice face-off. It's loose into the corner. Schrank gives chase there, but Hudson has it along the board, and he's knocked off. At the point, Seacrest takes the shot, and it's covered by the Hudson goalie. That'll bring the face-off to his left. Hilmanowski will take the face-off again. 24 seconds left, first period. Shot, puck loose yet, now in front of the net, but nobody's there but Hudson players, and they pick it up. Bring it to mid-ice, tipped off by Seacrest. They had to get to the open wing. Into the zone by Hilmanowski. Hilmanowski has it toward the front of the net and it's tipped off. Doesn't get it. He still controls back toward the net. Goalie covers it and falls down, but the puck wasn't covered. It's loose in the far corner. Hilmanowski's knocked off down there. Puck loose there, picked up, and that brings the whistle. That ends the first period with River Falls being 1-0. Shots on goal, by the way, at the end of the first period. River Falls had 18. Hudson had 5. Patton will take the face-off. He's out there with Jacobs and Peters. We've got Prock now and Anderson at the defense. And puck is dropped, loose along the near boards here. Jacobs gives chase. Back to Anderson in the River Falls zone. Anderson doesn't get Prock. Now Peters picks it up, knocks it to mid-ice. Hudson has it there and knocked off the puck. Puck loose. Docked down into the Hudson zone. Hudson player picks it up there and sends it back up toward the blue line. Hudson player has it there and sends it to mid-ice. River Falls picks it up there, but Prock now back to mid-ice again and down to the River Falls zone. This will be an icing call against River Falls. It's waved off. Puck is loose behind the net, Hudson net. Jacobs there, get in front. Nobody is there, and it's tipped away by Hudson player. Still loose along the boards, and now back to mid-ice. Puck is down in the River Falls zone now, and it brings an icing call. Line change. Bile come out. The face-off will be to the left of the Hudson goalie. Bile take the face-off out there with Bierstead and Link. We've got Hogeem and Seacrest at the defense. Coach said something to Link. Link talks to Bierstead. Now we're ready. Buys down, ready for it. Hudson center still isn't set. Now he is. Puck's dropped, and it's loose along the far corner. Hudson there shoots it around to this side. Puck is loose. Link picks it up along the boards here, tips it back toward Bierstead. It's knocked off of his stick. Now Bierstead has it, and Bierstead's knocked off. It's at the tip back, kept back in by Seacrest, but now Hudson picks it up. And at mid-ice, it's picked up by Hogeem. Hogeem has the puck, and he's knocked off the puck. And ends up with Link, who gets back to help chase. Link will pick it up in front of the net and tips it away. Hudson keeps it in, though, and shoots toward Weiss, but it's over his head and loose along the boards here. Bierstead for it in the corner. Puck loose. Hudson point man takes a shot, and it's tipped in front and wide of the net. Loose along the boards, and Link can't get it out. Hudson player keeps it in. Behind the net, Seacrest there, tips it back over to the far corner. Hogeem and Link. Link has it, doesn't get it to Hogeem like he tried. Now he's back on the puck and knocked off. Puck loose, Hogeem has it. Back to the Hudson point man, he fires. Stopped in front by Seacrest. Seacrest picks up the puck and heads up ice with it. Seacrest knocked off a Link stick. It's loose at mid-ice at the red line, and Hudson tips it back. Now picked up by Bye, and Hudson has it back in the River Falls zone. Knocked over to Bierstead here. There's nobody else here but him. He brings it over to mid-ice. Skates around with the puck there, holding it. Trying to get a clear lane, and does. He takes off. Link ties up man, and he takes off. But they've got a line change coming up now. We've got a Hudson player loose. Anderson will give chase. The puck is loose in the River Falls zone along the boards, and they can't get to it quick enough to make anything happen. Down now along the boards here. Bierstead with the puck, and he'll tip it to mid-ice. Picked up there by Schrank. Schrank has the puck. takes it into the Hudson zone and knocks it around in behind the net. Puck loose back there. River Falls a change in personnel. Tip toward the front of the net, nobody there but a Hudson player, and he knocks it back to the corner again. Hilmanowski over there trying to get it. Puck bouncing around, Schrank trying to get it. Puck still loose. Now it's behind the net, and the Hudson player picks it up. They'll start up ice with the puck. Still has it, tips it to mid-ice to another Hudson player. Tipped off by Prochnow. Nice play. Prochnow gets it in the Hudson. Takes a shot. Got one man to beat. Skates it across, and he's tripped up by the goalie, and puck is loose, and Hudson will pick it back up. It's loose at mid-ice, and Hilmanowski will pick it up, knocking into the Hudson zone. Right on net, and the goalie has to stop, and he'll cover it. That brings the whistle, and the face-off will be to the Hudson goalie's right. Line change coming up. Patton comes out with Jacobs and Peters. On defense, it'll be Furley and Seacrest. 12-12 left in the second period. River Falls still up 1-0. Not much has happened in this period. Waiting for the face-off. Referees are standing around. Players are standing around. One referee is picking up a broken stick. That's what the delay is. It's finally taken off of the ice. Referees are now in position. Waiting for the players to get ready. About ready. Patton's about to step in. Does. And shoots it toward the corner. Picked up by Hudson. They knock it to the far corner up along the far boards. It'll come to mid-ice. Nobody can get to it. Heads all the way toward the River Falls zone, and Seacrest gives chase there and picks it up. He's behind the net with it and loses it. And Furley is knocked off of his skates in the corner here, and the puck is loose. Hudson knocks it in behind the net again. Seacrest. He tips it up to Peters. Peters has it. Tips it up, but right underneath Jacob's skates, and the puck is loose. Into the Hudson zone, though. Nice chasing by Patton. Patton chases it down into the corner there, and the puck is loose there, and takes out a player with him. Peters trying to get the puck. Finally does. But he's tipped off it, and puck is loose behind the net. Still loose. Now it's at mid-ice. Furley picks it up there. Now he knocks it off, and now it's loose again. Hudson picks it up. And it gives Peters, tries to tip it over. Jacobs can't get it there. Now it's tipped back to mid-ice again. Seacrest picks up the puck. He's knocked off the puck, and it's loose again. Furley trying to get it back into the Hudson zone. Just barely does. Hudson player has it and sends it to mid-ice. Puck loose there at mid-ice. Hudson player takes off with a breakaway, but it'll be... and gets a shot, stopped by Weiss, and a nice save. Behind the net, the far corner. Peters there, he can't control it, puck is loose. Seacrest with the puck, right up to Hudson player. Still in the River Falls zone. Hudson playing around with it, now they shoot. Stopped by Weiss, he gloves it, brings a whistle.
It looks like they're skating away from the play.
Yep. Really looks poor. Good thing Hudson hasn't got much of a team.
Well, that's the time for us to pick up some speed, I think, in the second period.
Ooh.
Score some goals.
You bet.
Here.
All right, face off to Weiss's right. Byle take it with Lincoln Bierstead. Anderson and Prock now at the defense. Again, a broken stick has to be taken off the ice, so a little tie-up while the referee does that. Now it's cleared. Referees are in position. Players ready, and the puck is back to the point. Hudson point, man takes it. Shot, tipped away in front to the near corner. It's loose there. Hudson there with Prock. Now Prochnow is knocked off. Bide gives chase behind the net, but Hudson gets referred. Now it's loose in the far corner. Anderson picks it up. Heads behind the River Falls net. Tips it up to Bierstead. Bierstead has the puck. It's off his stick at mid-ice, and Hudson player will pick it up at mid-ice there. Tipped away by Bide. Nice play by Bide. She takes off toward the net. Shoots. Stopped by the Hudson goalie. He'll cover up the puck. As soon as Hudson gets control of that puck, everybody heads toward a man instead of trying to get to the puck. All right, face off the Hudson goalie left. Byle take it. Lincoln Bierstead still out there. Anderson and Prochnow still there. Puck's dropped. Back to Anderson. Anderson shoots, but bounces around and bounces into the corner. Link after it there, and he just tips it in behind the net. Puck's there. Bierstead chases it back to the other side behind the net. Now Hudson player picks it up and brings it to the near corner. Still has it, brings it up the boards. Tipped off by Anderson. He keeps it in the zone. It's tied up right here at the blue line. Picked up by Bierstead. Bierstead is right toward the net and then backs off. And can't get there in time, and Hudson player will pick it up. And Anderson does keep it in. Now he's off of it. Now Hudson has it. They bring it to mid-ice. Send it over to an open player. Link picks it up, though, in the River Falls zone. Has it. Sends down the corner behind that. He's given chase, and he's tipped off the puck. to the near corner, puck loose. Hudson gets it toward the net, picked up there by Prochnow. Prochnow behind the net, tries to get up along the boards to Link. Link can't get it tipped out. It's back to the corner again. Picked up over there by Prochnow behind the net, come over to this side to Bierstedt. Anderson will take it. Anderson still with the puck. At mid-ice, knocks it into Hudson's zone. River Falls changes line. Hudson picks it up at the far corner. Strang tries to tip the man off there, and now Hilmanowski tips the man off, but Hudson picks up the puck. They bring it to mid-ice. Over to Hoagiem in our zone, and then over to Anderson. Anderson now gets out of the River Falls zone at mid-ice, but he can't get to where he wants to go, and finally Schrank gets it into the Hudson zone. Now Hilmanowski takes a shot from the side, and it bounces off behind the net. He's still trying to control it. Took too long in front. Now the Hudson goalie jumps on it from the side. He can't stop the puck. He's loose there. Now the Hudson goalie's on his belly. He finally stops. About 3 Hudson players laying down there. Nice little effort by Hilmanowski. Hudson players are still down. There's 3 of them. There's 2 of them still laying on the ice. Now they're getting up slowly, including the goalie. 2 of them getting up real slow. I don't think anybody's crashed at all hard enough tonight to hurt anybody. I don't know what they're so slow getting up for. All right, Hilmanowski will take the face-off from the Hudson goalie's right, but there's a little delay. The Hudson goalie, their referees are working, it looks like something in front of the net. Picking up another broken stick in the parts. That's what they're getting out of the way. He's out there yet with Smith and Schrank. At the points, we've got Furley and Hoagiem. And about to drop the puck. Puck's dropped over to the boards. Hilmanowski knocks it there. Now it's loose in the corner. Hudson player picks it up behind the net. Hilmanowski knocks him off. The puck is loose behind the net, and Hudson picks it up. Starts up ice with it. Just outside the line at mid-ice, it's tipped off the Hoagiem's stick, and he can't. It's knocked in the River Falls zone. They're giving chase there. It's behind the net and free. Now Hudson picks it up. It hits the side of the net with it. Now it's free, and 2 River Falls guys run into each other. Hilmanowski and Furley run into each other, and now it's along the boards, and Schrank's knocked off. Now picked up by Furley, and he's knocked off. Now picked up by Hilmanowski, and he skates at least across mid-ice, but he can't get into the zone. Thought he did, and gets off the ice real slow. The puck is at mid-ice. Potton finally comes in. We've got a penalty going to be called here against Brian Smith. They're going to call it a holding penalty with 8:06 left in the second period. So River Falls will play with a man short. Hudson goes on that power play for the first time tonight. They send out Anderson and Prochnow at the defense. Potton will take the face-off. He's out here with Hans Jacobs. Face-off right at the red line in mid-ice. Puck's dropped and tipped toward the Hudson zone. Hudson player picks up just inside the blue line, sends it up to mid-ice. Knocked off the puck there. Howard tips it back into the Hudson zone. Hudson has to pick it up back there. They regroup and start up ice again. They have it at mid-ice, now at the red line, skating toward it, and they just get it in the zone. Anderson will chase it down into the corner. Has it there and tries to get up along the boards for Potton. Potton gets a shot, but he doesn't. Yeah, he does just barely get it out of it. Way up in the air. Hudson has it at mid-ice and passing it back and forth. Now tipped off to Jacobs, skates, puck up in the air, now picked up by Potton. Potton tips it into the Hudson zone. Jacobs gives chase along behind the net and along the boards. He's tipped off over there, puck loose. Now Hudson has it again behind their own net. They'll start up ice again with the puck. Right between Jacobs' legs to a man, and that should bring it down to the River Falls zone behind the net. Brock now there. He's tipped off. Puck loose there. Hudson player picks it up to the front of the net. Now knocked off another stick, and a almost bounced off from the River Falls player. Weiss saves it. Now it comes again. Hudson trying to collect it. River Falls trying to get it out of there. Bounces. Brock now bounces it right off of Jacobs. He iced it. Weiss will finally cover it up front of the net. Line change coming up here. Sechrist will come out with Furley. By and Bierstedt. Face-off beat of Weiss is left with 53 seconds left in the penalty to Smith. Puck drop. By knocks it into the corner. Anderson trying to, Hoagiem trying to, Sechrist trying to get it. Now it's backhanded out of the zone by and down to the Hudson zone. Hudson goalie stops it behind the net. Hudson's trying to set up. River Falls is waiting. Now they start up ice. Hudson does. Gives chase. Hudson has it in mid-ice. Gets it into the River Falls zone. Puck loose in behind the corner. That should bring an icing call. 29 seconds left in the penalty to Smith. Face-off will go to the Hudson goalie's left in the Hudson zone. By to take it again out there with Bierstead, Seacrest, Furley. By knocks it toward the net, but a Hudson player intercepts it, and they have it along the board. Send it up now. Knocked off by, then it gets to mid-ice and knocked back into the zone by Furley. Now back out, Hudson has it, tips it up toward the red line. Furley interrupts it a little bit, but it gets into the River Falls area, and that'll be an offside call. 15 seconds left in the penalty and 6:21 left in the second period. Another line change coming up. Hilmanowski take the face-off out here with Schrank, Anderson, and Prochnow on defense. Face-off just outside the River Falls blue line. Puck is dropped, bounces around, picked up by Hilmanowski. He tries to backhand it and does into the Hudson zone. The goalie will get behind the net and hold it there until the Hudson player comes. Now they pick it up, start up the near side here. At mid-ice they have it and still skating with the puck. Still, they let him skate right in and takes a shot. Stopped by Weiss, and then he covers. Didn't know what went for a second, but he got it covered up. Both teams are now full strength. Smith leaves the penalty box and joins his line on the ice. Face off to Weiss's right. Face off by Hilmanowski. Puck still in the Hudson zone. Along the far boards and loose down toward the corner. Anderson and the Hudson player. Anderson trying to find the handle and can't. Behind the net and loose. Schrank chasing there and tipped off the stick. Picked up by Smith and he brings it to mid-ice. Knocks it into the Hudson zone. Behind the net, puck loose, two River Falls players behind the net. Nobody knows where the puck's at, but Hudson player ends up with it. All along the near boards here, in the corner, toward the front of the net, but only Hudson players there, and they'll take it and head up mid-ice with it. Tipped away, now hits an open player, and he shoots it right toward the net. Has to be bouncing puck, has to be guided away by Weiss. Behind the net, Anderson, he's tipped off. Sends along the boards over here to Jacobs. Jacobs to Prochnow. Prochnow tries to get it across over to Schrank. He gets tied up in his skates and finally picks it up and throws it into the River Falls zone. Schrank's off the ice. Out comes Potton, Jacobs, Peters. We've got Potton's in. We've got Jacobs. We've got Prochnow. We've got Anderson at the defense. River Falls still has it behind the net. Now tipped off. Prochnow tries to get in front. Nobody there. Anderson will keep it in. Knocks it down toward the corner again. Bouncing in front. Now we're going to have a hand pass, I believe. Yeah, hand pass. Blow the whistle. Bring the face-off just to the left, the Hudson goalie's left. Potton to take it. Jacobs and Peters. Got Holgeem and Seacrest at defense. Waiting for the Hudson center to get ready. Directing his players, puck's dropped. Along the boards into the corner, free there. Hudson picks it up behind their own net. Over to the near boards, and Hudson player bounces off it at mid-ice. Holgeem keeps it in. Now at mid-ice, Holgeem tries to get over an open wing who wasn't where he's supposed to be, and it's back into the Hudson zone. River Falls, Jacobs chasing there. Bounce, puck is loose. Jacobs again. Toward the front of the net, nobody there but Hudson players. They control it and get it to mid-ice. Bouncing around here, and they go right around Holgeem, and it's into the River Falls zone. Seacrest will pick it up. Head behind the net with the puck. And he gets it over to the corner. Puck loose there. Now Hudson has it. Waiting for Hudson player there. They want to tie it up. River Falls is going to buy it. All right, the face-off will be to Weiss's right. By will take it out there with Bierstead and Link. Anderson and Prochnow will be at the defense. 4:11 left in the second period.
River Falls needs to go right here to get things moving.
They've got to light the fire someplace. By is ready for face-off. Puck is dropped, loose into the corner. Link chases it there. He knocks it around to this side along the boards into the corner. Bierstead and Anderson trying to get it from the Hudson player. Bierstead finally has the puck. Cross ice to Link, just behind him, and it's off of his leg. Loose at mid-ice. Now back in River Falls zone. Prochnow there. He's getting bumped around by the puck. Now it's bouncing around over the corner. Prochnow still bounced off. Loose in the corner and by. Up to Link. Link has control, but he will be knocked off. Bierstedt will pick up the puck, and he drops it back to By at mid-ice. By with the puck. She gets it into the zone, and she's knocked off the puck, and it bounces back out. By's down, waiting for the puck to get picked up. Link will pick it up at mid-ice, skate around with the puck. Link's knocked off the puck at mid-ice. Puck loose, and the Hudson player has it. And if they get it to the open wing, they got an offsides call right here. Really shoddy hockey, Chuck. Really shoddy. All right, the face-off be to the right of Weiss. No, they're going to bring it outside the zone for the offsides. That's right. Outside the blue line. Hilmanowski will take the face-off. Smith, Schrank out there. Furley and Seacrest. Puck's dropped, bounces around into the rear zone. Seacrest knocks it back to mid-ice. Hudson player takes it into their own zone and holds it there along the boards. Now they knock it back to mid-ice. Again picked up by Seacrest. And he knocks it toward mid-ice. Puck loose there. Picked up by Hilmanowski. Hilmanowski tries to sneak it in. It'll be an offsides call. Puck is waiting on the blue line. 3:03 left in the second period. Face-off just outside the Hudson blue line. Along these near boards. Dropped and over. It's in the zone, Hudson zone, but a Hudson player, defense player, picks it up there and starts at the mid-ice. And he knocks it in the rear fall zone. Seacrest gets it off of his stick, and now he's got it back. Now he tries to get it up, and mid-ice does. But back, Hudson has it again, brings it in. Now back to the blue line again. Hilmanowski's knocked off, but it's loose at mid-ice. Hudson has the puck, comes across the ice, bounces off some skates. Then Schrank picks it up and throws it into the Hudson zone. Rear fall's got a line change coming up. Hudson picks it up behind their own net. And they'll head up this way to the man along the boards here. He bounces off his stick, and they keep it in by Furley. Bounces off across ice, and Hudson has it. At mid-ice, picked up by Furley. Furley with the puck. He's knocked off the puck, and the puck is loose yet. Now Hudson player has it, and they shoot on right down. Nice recovery there by Jacob to get down and help out. It's in the rear falls zone behind the net. Behind the net, we got a rear falls player down. Really got taken into the boards. It's Jacobs. Okay, face-off. Weiss is left. By takes it out there with Anderson and Protten out the defense. Lincoln Bierstedt. Behind the net. Rear falls net. Back over to the corner. Anderson gives chase there. Bierstedt's waiting along the boards. Anderson can't get it to Bierstedt. It goes back into the corner. Anderson chasing it again. Still loose in the corner. Hudson now controls it. Now up toward the point. The point man takes a shot. Wide of the net and off the Protten now skate over to the corner. Hudson picks it up there. Hudson heads back toward their point man, and he's able to keep it in. By picks it and knocks it to mid-ice to Link. Link starts up ice with the puck. Takes it into the zone. Back to Bierstedt. Bierstedt's shot is tipped wide by the defenseman. Over to the far corner and loose there. By gives chase. Knocks the player off it. By controls the puck and knocks it back to Link. Link has the puck. Toward the net, toward the point, and now the Hudson player intercepts it. Try to get back to the point. Now at mid-ice. Protten now has it and knocks it back to mid-ice out of the rear fall zone. Now Hudson has it back in, being offsides with 1:13 left in the second period. All right, face-off just to the outside the rear falls blue line. Got Hilmanowski out there with Smith and Schrank. Back to who we got? Hogeem. He'll skate it and shoot it toward the Hudson goal. He'll knock it wide of the net. Hogeem and Seacrest at the defense. Puck is along the boards here, the near boards, and Hudson zone shot wide by Smith. Back to the point man Seacrest. He'll just knock it down toward the corner again behind the net. Hilmanowski back in front and off of Schrank sticks back to the point. And Hogeem shoots it wide. Back along the board. Seacrest is going to pick it up over there, and he'll shoot toward the net. Wide again. Back along the boards. Hogeem will pick it up and shoot it toward the net, tipped away in front. Behind the net, puck loose there. Hilmanowski gives chase, and he's knocked down. Puck loose in the far corner. Hudson players there first. They have it along the boards. Kept in. A nice play by Seacrest. Nice effort by Seacrest. He goes and backhands toward the net. Goalie stops it. Right through the crease. Nobody can get the handle. Hudson has it. Kept in again by Seacrest on a lucky shot. Kept in by Schrank, and he'll knock it down to the corner and in behind the net. Toward the front, nobody's there. Hudson players will pick it up. Kill kept in, now knocked across into the rear fall zone. It should make an icing call with 9 seconds left.
And that's the first real pressure that anyone has put on, either Hudson or River Falls in the entire second period. That was pretty good ship.
That one was pretty good. All right, face off the Hudson goalie's left. We've got Jody Jack out there now. Cotton takes Jody Jack is skating in place of Hans Jacobs right now. Peters is out there. Cotton takes the face off. Anderson and Prochnow. Prochnow gets the puck and shoots it, but it's tipped off and out of the arena. Face off again to the Hudson goalie's left. Cotton again will take it. Five seconds left. Howard getting ready for the face-off. Puck's dropped and it lays right there. Now back to Proch. Now he just shoots it down into the corner. That brings the whistle and ends the second period. Start of the third period. I'm trying to forget that second totally. Trying to forget that whole second period. So we'll start the third though anyhow. And it's into the River Falls zone. Proch now over to the corner to Anderson. Can't be controlled. Tipped off of Jacob's stick. Hudson has it back to the far point, but he shoots. Saved by Weiss. Into the corner. Anderson gives chase. And it's still puck loose. Now heading behind the net. Anderson can't get it. Now Prochnow behind the net. Prochnow is going to be kicked off. Now it's loose again. They're trying to. Now Hudson player comes out with it along the near boards. Tries to get it toward point, but Peters knocks it toward mid-ice. And now into the Hudson zone. Behind the net. Puck loose there. Hudson player will be there to pick it up. Tipped off by Jacobs, but the puck is still along the boards and loose. Prochnow steps up trying to get it and does. Knocks it into the corner. Prochnow still fighting for the puck along with Peters and a couple of Hudson players. And they'll finally blow a whistle. Bring a face off the Hudson goalie's left. Shots on goal in the second period, by the way. River Falls had 5 for 2-period total of 23. Hudson had 4 for 2-period total of 9. Buys out to take the face off the Hudson goalie's left, out with Lincoln Burstead, Seacrest, and Hogeem at the defense. And along the boards, linked with it to the corner, tries to get it in front, but a Hudson player will intercept it and get it across the mid-ice to a Hudson player, knocked off by Seacrest. Puck rolls into the River Falls zone. Hogeem picks it up in the near corner, heads toward the net. Now is knocked off it. Puck loose. Seacrest to step over to pick it up. He can't control. Now he knocks it over toward the corner. He goes back to get it. Tips it over toward Burstead. Burstead tries to tip it to by, but the point man picks it up from Hudson. He keeps it in. Down along the corner, far corner, back behind the net, over to the far boards. Near boards. Link will pick it up here. And he gets it to mid-ice, but a Hudson player picks it up there. And shoots it right back into the River Falls zone, but right out again by Hogeem. Puck now rolls into the Hudson's zone. The Hudson player will try a slap shot out there, but bounces off Burstead. Loose, by with along the boards. Now back to the point. Hogeem trying to set up, can't get the shot trigger pulled. Gets toward the net, but the Hudson player picks it up and brings it to mid-ice. Now along the red line, knocks it right into the River Falls zone. Hogeem will pick it up, head along the boards, near boards with it, and he'll head right up ice with the puck. Hogeem at mid-ice with the puck, still skating. He takes it into the Hudson zone, tries to get it in front. Goalie stops it there. Hudson picks up behind the net while they were changing. River Falls is changing line, and the puck is at mid-ice. Hilmanowski made a nice effort when he fell down to keep away from Hudson player. Back in the River Falls zone, Hudson bounced. Now bounces off some skates and up to Smith. Smith will just shoot it into the Hudson zone. Behind the net, goalie puts a stick on it there and it stops. Two players meet there, and the puck is still loose along the side, and Hilmanowski shoots right inside the net, brings a whistle, puck on the net. See if it gets there. Face off just outside the Hudson blue line. Hilmanowski will take it out there with Smith and Schrank, Prochnow and Anderson at the defense. Puck's dropped and Hilmanowski tips it. It's at the ice, and Hudson player gets it around Prochnow, and they take it into the River Falls zone. Anderson to the front of the net, trying to keep him away. Hudson player has it along the side, shoots it all the way across. Nobody picks it up and goes back to mid-ice. Hudson keeps it at mid-ice, tipping. It's kept away, kept now at mid-ice by Schrank. Now Hudson tips it back in the River Falls zone. Behind the net, Anderson giving chase there and picks it up. Anderson starts it, back to the corner to Prochnow, but he was leaving already, but he gets back to the puck. Now the puck is loose, and most of the next near corner. Hudson tries to get it in front, intercepted in front by Prochnow and Schrank. Now to the near corner and loose there. Puck still bouncing around. Prochnow picked it up behind the net. Now loose in the corner. Anderson giving chase. Now behind the net. Prochnow, he can't keep it on. It goes to the other corner. He's knocked off the puck. Hudson picks it up. He's knocked off by Smith. Nice effort by Smith. Back to the point. The point man keeps it in. He cranks up. Fires wide of the net. Anderson picks it up in the near corner. Tries to bounce it off the boards. He's knocked off the puck. Absolutely no effort here at all by River Falls. They just let Hudson play around with this puck. They keep batting it back and forth. Back to the corner. Schrank will try and tie it up there and bring the whistle and get a line change with 11:39 left third period. That was a real weak effort. Very weak. All right, face off to Weiss's right. Potton to take it with Peters and Jacobs. Looks like Furley and Sechrist at the defense. Potton steps in, puck's knocked loose to the near boards. Hudson player bounces it off, and then it's cleared out by Peters to mid-ice. Picked up by Jacobs. He comes down with Howard. Forward to shoots. Hudson goes, stops it, and then Jacobs picks up his own rebound and puts it in. Nice effort by Jacobs, and nice play covering up there also by Potton. The whole thing started with some effort here by Peters along the River Falls blue line to get that thing out of there in the first place. Jacobs does get the goal, and the assist does go to Peters. Nice effort by Peters and that whole line, in fact. They're pretty used to that shift. All right, to mid-ice, Potton's out there still with Peters and Jacobs. Furley, Sechrist. Furley gets the puck from the face-off and takes it in the zone up to Jacobs. Jacobs gets it knocked off his stick. Furley shoots it when the loose puck, and it bounces around in the far corner. Now toward the front net, still bounces. The Hudson player knocks it away over to the corner again. Hudson picks it up in the corner, knocked off by Potton. Potton's knocked down. The puck is loose along the boards, and that'll bring a whistle right inside the the Hudson blue line. Line change coming.
That was a nice second effort by Hans Jacobs.
Yep.
He took the shot and was right there for the follow-up.
The whole thing started right down here in this blue line with Peters fighting for the puck. Peters made a nice effort. And then Jacobs picked it up and kept right after it. Most kids at that time will skate past that shot. He got his own rebound. All right, By takes the face-off. Bierstedt and link with Prochnow and Anderson. Prochnow picks it up, flips it up along the boards here. Puck loose. Hudson player knocks it back toward. The puck is still loose. Now at the blue line, Hudson player has it, and he's knocked off the puck. Again, Bierstedt will pick it up, and then now he's knocked off the puck. And Hudson player has it, knocked off by Prochnow. Anderson just inside the blue line. Tries to get it to By off her skate. She has it at mid-ice. Gets it just inside the zone, then it comes back out again. Prochnow will pick up the puck here. Takes it in the River Falls zone. Anderson to mid-ice to By. By with the puck and around. Can't get her quite around. She's chipping in into the zone. Anderson tries to get along the boards. Can't. The puck that ricochets back into the River Falls far near corner here. Prochnow picks it up. Behind the net with it. He's knocked off of it. Anderson will pick it up. Anderson tries to bounce it to Link. Can't. Hudson player picks it up. Open in front. Shot. Saved by Weiss. And another cover-up. Prochnow covered up the man that had the open shot. Nice effort on his part. Back to the Hudson far point man. He cranks and shoots. Off of Bierstedt's stick, or foot. He's hurting. They'll try and crawl into the door. Back to down the River Falls zone. In the Hudson zone. Link's going to get a penalty for getting after the Hudson goalie. Link gets a penalty for slashing the goalie. 2 minutes, so that'll put Hudson on a power play. The face-off will be just inside the River Falls blue line. Send Potton out to take the face-off. He's out there with Hoagie's out there, Sechrist, and Jacobs. Getting ready for the face-off. There's 9:57 left in. Hudson mid-ice. Hudson picks it up there. Howard giving chase. Knocks the man off the puck, and it goes into the River Falls zone anyhow. Into the corner. Hudson trying to get it. Now they have it. Along to the side of the net. Playing with it. Knocked off by Hoagie. And cleared out of there by Sechrist. Nice work by Hoagie and Sechrist. They get it back down the Hudson end. Hudson goalie stops it there, and the Hudson player picks it up. They start up ice. At mid-ice. Nice effort there by Jacobs to knock the man off the puck. line changes coming up. Anderson and Prochnow come out at the defense. We've got Smith and Hilmanowski face off right next to the red line. 1:30 left in the penalty, 9:28 left in the third period. Hoagame knocks it back to Anderson. Anderson ices the puck down to knocks it down to the Hudson zone. Hudson goalie will stop it there. Hudson player goes to pick it up. And they'll start up ice with the puck in their own zone yet. Now to mid-ice to another player. And he's knocked off the puck. Now they get it in though. Anderson is able to get the free puck and knock it back out. Down to the Hudson end of the ice. Goalie again stops it. The Hudson player picks it up and they regroup and head up again. Tipped away at mid-ice by Hoagame, or by Hilmanowski, but it goes in the River Falls zone. Anderson in the corner to go for it. Knocks it free over to the far corner. Smith giving chase, knocks it off. Smith knocks it back to the blue, but the player has it. Knocked out of there by Hilmanowski. Nice effort at mid-ice now. Nice effort by Hilmanowski. Now back into the River Falls zone. Smith knocks it out of there, back to mid-ice. Nice work by Smith, and Hilmanowski's after it and knocks it into the Hudson zone. It comes into the corner to try and pick it up, and he's knocked off. He's in no hurry. We're trying to just kill this power play. 32 seconds left in the penalty. Hudson's picking up in their own in the corner, and they'll start up ice with it. Cross ice to a player. Tipped off by Hilmanowski again. Now back at mid-ice. Nice effort by Hilmanowski. Furley picks it up in the River Falls zone, and he sends it across mid-ice again. Hudson has it at mid-ice. Knocked off by Hilmanowski. I'm sure they're going to call him for what they're going to call it an arm down or interference or something. They're going to call it holding. Borderline, yeah. Okay, there's 9 seconds left in Link's penalty. Now Hilmanowski goes in to join him. 6:07 left, 8:07 left in the period. They announced that penalty to be against number 6, Bierstead, but it's 16, Hilmanowski. All right, By goes down to take the face-off. We'll have a timeout call here. Okay, back to the game. By will take the face-off to Weiss's right. She's out there with Seacrest and Furley. 9 seconds left in Link's penalty. He'll be out in just a minute, and Hudson can't keep it in the zone, and it goes all the way down the River Falls. Nice work by the River Falls players. Now we're back up to 4 guys. River Falls down 1 player at mid-ice. Furley tips away, but Hudson picks it back. Now Furley backhands it again into the Hudson zone. By and Link are out here with Furley and Seacrest. Hudson picks up the puck. Again, they'll try and serve it. By steps in. Intercepted by Furley, and he knocks it back into the zone again. By rushed the player, and they had to hurry it, and Furley was able to intercept it. All right, they'll try and get it at mid-ice again. To the player in the center, he's knocked off the stick. Now back onto Hudson player. Now in the River Falls zone. Link's trying to get it out and can't. They knock it down into the corner and in behind the net. Puck loose. Furley grabs it there. Along the boards. Puck still loose. Furley trying to tie it up in that corner. Oh, they snuck it right in. Shot right from the side. Had to bounce off the skate or something, but anyhow, Hudson will get a goal on it. With 7:12 left in the third period, Hudson now 1 goal. River Falls 2. Okay, Pot is out to take the face-off with Peters and Jacobs. The Pot is knocked right into the River Falls zone from the face-off. Prochnow and Anderson on defense, and Prochnow chases down behind and knocks it over to Anderson along the far boards. In the corner, picked up there by Jacobs, tries to get it to Peters and does. Peters has it at mid-ice. He knocks it into the Hudson zone. The goalie will stop it alongside the net there, then tip it behind. Now Cotton tries to get it in front and did, but then Hudson picks it back up. Now Jacobs back to the point. Shot, and almost a nice try and tip by Peters, but it goes wide. Still some effort in this game here. Hudson tries to pick it up. Now Prochnow keeps it in. They try to knock him off. He still has the puck. Over to Potton. And the shot, and the goalie stops it. And he'll cover it up. The referees blew the whistle. Jacobs knocked it in, but the whistle had already blown. They thought the puck was covered. Little pressure, little effort at least that time. Line change coming up. Out comes Hilmanowski. Comes out with Smith and Schrank. Seacrest and Hoagame at the defense. Face off to the Hudson goalie's right side. Waiting. Puck is dropped. Hilmanowski knocks it to the corner. Hudson picks it up there. Now it's loose. Hilmanowski trying to get to it, but he can't do that. The point kept in by Hogan. Shoots toward the net just wide. Over to this side. Schrank got it. Tries to get it to the front. Can't. Tipped off his stick. Now still along the boards. He tries to get it to the point. Seacrest knocks it toward the net. Seacrest again knocks it to the far corner. Nice effort by Seacrest to keep that puck in. Puck loose along the far corner. Now toward the front of the net. Seacrest trying to get to it. It'll come to mid-ice. Seacrest gets to tangle up with the referee. And that brings an offside with 5:57 left in the third period. All right, By comes out with Bierstead and Link. Prochnow and Anderson at the defense. Face off just outside the blue line, Hudson zone. By tips it back to Prochnow. Prochnow over to Anderson. Anderson takes it into the Hudson zone. Tipped off in front there, puck loose, bouncing around, now toward the blue line, but Hudson gets there first to stop it. Bierstead has it mid-ice, knocks it back toward the Hudson blue line. Hudson picks it up, now back to Bierstead. Bierstead shoots it into the Hudson zone. Puck loose behind the net, Lincoln will give chase in this corner here. Tries to get it in front to By. By gets it across the back of the net. Bierstead over to the far corner. Still has it. Now backhands it to By. By takes it back across. Couldn't get too long. Anderson shoots from the point, and puck bounces, and the goalie catches it. Line change coming up again. Prochnow comes out. Prochnow goes off. Seacrest and Foley will take the defense. Cotton, Jacobs, and Peters take it. Face off to the Hudson goalie's right. Change that line a little quick, I thought. They were putting a little pressure on right there. Sure, yep. All right, right toward the net, but wide by Cotton on the face-off. He's done that 3 times tonight. Along the boards and loose, picked up by Jacobs, tries to get in front, can't, off the skate. Cotton picks it up in the near corner. Knocked off, puck loose behind the net. Hudson picks it up there, tries to get it out and can't. Puck is still behind the net. Now it's loose into the corner. Peters giving chase there, along with a couple Hudson players, and Howard's over to help him. Howard's down, puck's still loose. Now over to Howard behind the net. Howard tries to come around, he's knocked off again. Into the corner. Knocked off at mid-ice. Picked up by Peters. Peters will knock it back into the Hudson zone. Into the near corner. You call that an offside?
No,
they called it an icing?
The pass was made just before he crossed the red line. I think it was a good call, but...
I thought it was right on that line. All right, so it goes down to Weiss's right. Hilmanowski will take it. Schrank out there. Smith. Got Prochnow and Anderson at the defense. Hudson changing lines, so their personnel's a little late getting out. Now they're ready. Puck's dropped and over loose along the boards. Hilmanowski chases it there, back to Prochnow in the corner. Prochnow heads behind the net. He's knocked off the puck, but he gains it back up. Sends along the near boards up here to Schrank. Schrank with the puck to mid-ice to Hilmanowski. Hilmanowski knocks it into the Hudson zone. Schrank's giving chase there. Schrank has it. Still behind the net. Still with it. He should send it back to the point. He does to Prochnow. Prochnow cranks and fires wide of the net. Loose in the corner. Smith giving chase there and has the Hudson player down. Puck is loose. Smith ties one up and lets Schrank pick it up again. Tries to get in front, and the goalie has it between his legs, and now he sits on it. Brings the whistle with 4:40 left. The line change coming up again. By Bierstead, Link come out. Seacrest and Hogan. Face-off will be to the Hudson goalie's right. Ready and face off, still there. Bierstead picks it up into the corner, tips it back to the ice, but nobody in. Now By picks up the puck, holding it, gets it back to Seacrest at the point. Seacrest cranks and fires, stopped by the goalie. Link tries to tip it in front, but Hudson player picks it up. Along the boards and loose. Seacrest picks it up, tips it toward the net, into Bierstead's skates, but he can't pull the handle. By pulls handle, but the puck is loose there yet. Now Seacrest tries to tip it by. Hudson sends it across the ice, but picked up by Hilmanowski, or Hogan. Hogan tips it off of his skates over to By. Loose in mid-ice. Little effort coming on here. Now Hogan ties up his man. Puck is in the rear falls zone. Right to rear falls player in front. Weiss will stop and bring a whistle. Line change again. Cotton and Anderson come out on defense. Cotton, Peters, and Jacobs. Face-off be to Weiss's left with 3:59 left in the third period. Rear falls ahead 2-1.
Okay, guys, let's go.
They're looking for something on the ice. Found it. It must have been a mouthpiece. Okay, that held up the game. Now we're ready to go again. Cotton steps in. Down to the corner and loose there. Prochnow has it in the corner. Being tied up there by a Hudson player. Prochnow still skimming out that puck. Nice effort by on his part. Jacob steps in to take it. Anderson's tying up a man. Puck is loose. Peters trying to get to it. Hudson can't. Should all across ice. No one can pick it up. Peters chases it here. Peters has the puck. Gets it up to Jacobs. Jacobs has it along the near boards and into the Hudson zone. Jacobs right toward net, and Hudson goalie covers it again. That Hudson goalie's been lucky on those rebounds tonight, getting covered like that, too.
Hudson goalie made a nice save on that one. That was a real good shot by Hans Jacobs.
All right. 3:31 left third period. Face-off to the Hudson goalie's right. Hilmanowski will come out to take this face-off. They're going to bring the face-off just outside the Hudson blue line. Hilmanowski's going to take it. Schrank and Smith with him. We got Furley and Seekers at the defense. Knocked into the zone by Hilmanowski in the Hudson zone. Hudson picks it up and sends it to mid-ice. Now tipped back into the Hudson zone by Seacrest, down along the boards. Hudson's getting chased there. Hilmanowski has the puck, fires, but it's tipped in front. Puck loose, then tipped off Hilmanowski's stick again. Now it's tipped out to mid-ice by Hudson. Hudson gives chase, and goes over the fall zone. Furley knocks the man off the puck there, goes into the corner. Puck loose, but now behind the net. Hudson picks it up, comes around, can't get around Furley though. We got a whistle on a cross check. Penalty's going to be called on Seacrest with 3 minutes left in the period. Hudson will go on a power play. Face off. Waiting to see if they're going to send out. Prochnow comes out with Anderson. Bierstead and By. By will take the face off, and the face off be to Weiss's right. Waiting. Hudson players are talking. Now they're stepping in and ready for the face-off. Puck drop, loose along the boards. Hudson picks it up. Back to the point man. Back to the man along the boards. He loses it in the skates. Now he has control. Sends it across ice to the far point man. He cranks and fires. Stopped by Weiss. Stopped again by Weiss. Catches the rebound. Hudson still has the puck. Back to the near point man. He sends it over to the far point man. He fans on the puck, but it rolls into the near corner. Far corner. Back behind the net. Hudson player has it there. Back over to the far corner. Off his stick. Bierstead will get it. Bierstead at mid-ice with the puck and turning on the burners. Now he just knocks it into the Hudson zone. Hudson will pick it up behind their net. They'll come back up, try and regroup here. By steps up, trying to intercept. Bierstead trying to get to it. Can't. Hudson takes it into the zone. Anderson gets it off the skates and into the corner. Anderson giving chase there. Knocks it over to the far corner. Prochnow going to try and tie the man up there. Prochnow gets it out and knocks it all the way down to the Hudson zone. 1:07 left in the penalty. Hudson goalie stops it. Here they come again. They're regrouping. Howard Potton's now out. Hogan's now out. Furley's out here, and so's Jacobs. Into the river fall zone. There'll be an icing call against Hudson. Back to the Hudson zone with 1:56 left in the third period. 56 seconds left in the penalty to Seacrest. Face off to the Hudson goalie's right. Potton will take the face off. Jacobs with him. We've got Hogan and Furley at the defense. Potton sends it right toward the net, and goalie gloves it and holds on. That's the fourth time tonight he's done that.
Howard's going to score one of those.
Yeah.
That's a nice play he has.
He's done that 4 times tonight off those face-offs from that right side of the goalie.
You watch. Eventually one of those will go in.
Yeah.
He's got a fast hand to get that shot off.
He's got it timed right, too. All right, back to the face-off circle, and again he knocks it toward the goalie, but a player intercepts it there. Hudson now has it and starts up ice. Hudson has it mid-ice, tipped around. Hudson crosses the River Falls blue line. Knocked off by Hoagine into the corner. Furley will get it. Try and knock it out. Can't. Along the near boards. Howard's trying to get the thing. Loose. That's a holding.
Come on, ref.
That was absolute holding right
All
there.
right,
Holding
let's
by
see
the
what's
head.
going on here. Absolute clear holding call.
They won't call it.
No question about it.
They don't call it.
No question about it. The Hudson man had his arm around him and holding it.
Right around the head.
Yep.
Jesus. No call, though. Face-off will be inside the blue line, River Falls zone. Hilmanowski will take the face-off out there with Smith.
All the holding.
Anderson and Pratt now. Tip. Puck still loose along the boards. Puck tied up there, brings another whistle. With 1:31 left in the game, 31 seconds left in the penalty. Hudson still on the power play. Face off again just to the top of the circle in the River Falls zone. Goalie's right. Puck bouncing around. Smith is able to ice the puck down to the Hudson area. Goalie stops it there. Hudson heads down that way to regroup. Now they start back up ice. Intercepted by Smith, and he'll ice that puck again down to the zone. Nice effort by Smith again. Little good work in the middle of the ice, too, by Hilmanowski to help him with that. All right, Hudson starts up again. Intercepted by Hilmanowski, but it's out of the zone. Now he knocks it back in. Nice job. 4 seconds. 3 left in the penalty. Now we're back to full strength. Hudson has it at mid-ice. Pratt now with the puck. Tipped off at mid-ice. Smith knocks it into the Hudson zone again. Link heads behind the net, but he can't get to it before Hudson player tips it into the corner. Puck loose here. Now back to the point. Hudson has it at mid-ice. Hudson player again has it. Now into the River Falls zone along the near boards and into the corner. Pratt now will be falling on top of the puck with about 2 other players, and that'll bring a whistle with 31 seconds left. Face-off will be to Weiss's right.
Too bad we gave him the whistle there, Ken, because now that gives Hudson the opportunity to pull their goal.
Yep.
31 seconds left. It'll be 6 on 5.
All right, who do we got out here? By comes out. By Link is out. Seacrest, Bierstead, and Furley. 31 seconds, faced off to Weiss's right. By will take it. Seconds left in the game. Hudson's now transferring another player in, so they're skating around, killing a little time. Change center. Here we go. Puck loose. Point man takes a shot. Tipped away. Mid-ice. Bierstead giving chase. He might know. He won't get to it. Open net. Puck, the net is open, and Link can't get to it. Right in front of the net, they can't score. By has it at mid-ice. Waiting. That'll bring it offsides. Link will be offsides. Line change again. 14 seconds left. Face-off just outside the Hudson blue line. Cotton will take the face-off. Peters out there. Jacobs out there. Prottnow and Anderson. At this time, Hudson's got 7 players on the ice. Now they're switching around, sending the goalie back in. A couple players now leave the ice. And we're about ready. Cotton knocks it right toward the goalie, and he has to stop the puck. Hudson goalie into the Hudson zone. They'll start up ice. Peters picks it up along the board, still has the puck, gets tied up with Cotton, now it's in the corner. Hudson picks it up. And we got a whistle. We got a whistle with a River Falls player down. I believe it's Peters. Peters is down in the corner. Face-off just outside the Hudson blue line with 1 second left in the game. Peters has left the ice. He was right down there by the door, and they took him off. 1 second left. River Falls up 2-1. Howard take the face-off back in mid-ice, and that brings the whistle and ends the game.